Be like somebody with an edge, somebody with a little crankiness, somebody with a little sass. That's right. If you ain't got sass, then you ain't got your ass. This woman has showed up in the WNBA, and despite all the OG lesbian hate, despite all the older African Americans can't stand her, all she's done is ball out, yo. That's what she's done. She came in the WNBA. They set the schedule up very difficult. They got off 1-9, and they've been hot as hell now. See what I did there? I set it up that this is a hell of an accomplishment, which it is.
Did you hear what Dan Dakich just said about Caitlin Clark? Some people are calling her a whiner. Others say she's got edge. But here's the crazy part. While the haters are talking, Clark's out there breaking records left and right. We're talking rookie scoring records, assist records, you name it. And get this, she's the first WNBA rookie ever to get 2 triple-doubles. That's insane. You know what's even crazier? Clark's not just putting up numbers. She's turning heads and making waves across the entire league. Imagine this. A rookie comes in and suddenly everyone's talking about women's basketball. TV ratings are through the roof, arenas are packed, and jerseys are flying off the shelves. That's the Caitlin Clark effect. But here's the thing. Clark's story isn't just about stats and fame. It's about proving doubters wrong and changing the game. Want to know how she did it? How she went from a struggling team to a league sensation? Stick around because we're about to break it all down. Before we continue, I'd like to ask for a quick favor. If you're enjoying this content, please take a moment to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of our viewers watch without subscribing. And while it's free for you, it makes a world of difference to us. Have you hit that subscribe button? Awesome! Thank you so much for your support. Now, let's get back to the video. From the bottom to the history books, that's Clark's rookie story in a nutshell. But here's the kicker. How did she manage to break records while her team was still finding its footing? The answer might surprise you. Picture this. Caitlin Clark steps onto the court for the Indiana Fever, a team with a dismal 1-9 record. Talk about a tough start. Most rookies might have crumbled under that pressure, but not Clark. She saw it as a challenge, an opportunity to prove herself. So what did she do? She got to work. Clark hit the practice court like a woman possessed. Her teammates couldn't help but notice her determination. Every drill, every practice game, she gave it her all. And you know what? That attitude started to rub off on everyone else.
She has lived up to expectations, right? I'm looking at her the way I look at LeBron James, right? For us, just in the women's side of things, and the height that she had, the expectations she had.
Let's start with the rookie, Caitlin Clark Kent. Superwoman, you see what I did there? She was on a tear, and last night was no different. Wings, fever. Caitlin Clark set to go as she broke the single-season assist record.
She's been playing like a top 5 player in the league. She's been regularly dishing out double-digit assists in that time frame. Teams can no longer blitz her and trap her.
But here's where it gets really interesting. Clark didn't just improve. She started shattering records left and right. In her final home game, she dropped a mind-blowing 35 points, breaking the rookie scoring record. And get this. She didn't stop there. Clark set the WNBA single-season rookie record for assists, too. Talk about a double threat. You'd think that would be enough, right? Not for Clark. She went ahead and set franchise records for double-doubles and three-pointers in a season. It's like she looked at the record books and said, "Challenge accepted." But wait, there's more. Remember how I mentioned those 2 triple-doubles earlier? Turns out Clark is the first WNBA rookie ever to pull that off. That's not just good. That's making history, folks. Now, you might be thinking, sure, but what about the team? Here's the thing. Clark's success started rubbing off on everyone else. The Fever might not have gone from worst to first, but they definitely weren't the same team anymore. They were fighting harder, playing smarter, and giving their opponents a run for their money. Clark's not just changing games, she's changing the whole league. Ever wondered what it takes to make an entire sport sit up and take notice? Caitlin Clark's got the answer, and it's shaking up the WNBA in ways nobody saw coming. Let's talk numbers because they're absolutely wild. TV viewership up by a staggering 200%. That's not a typo, folks. We're talking double the eyeballs glued to screens, all because of one rookie. But wait. It gets even crazier. Remember the Indiana Fever, Clark's team? Their attendance skyrocketed by 300%. That's triple the fans packing the stands, cheering their hearts out. And jerseys? Oh boy, hold on to your seats. Clark's jersey sales shot up by a mind-blowing 1,200%. That's not just popular, that's superstar status right out of the gate. But here's where it gets really interesting. Clark's impact isn't just about numbers on a page. It's changing how the entire league operates. For the first time ever, WNBA teams teams are flying charter. You heard that right. No more cramped commercial flights or long layovers. This is big league stuff, and it's happening because of the buzz Clark's creating. And get this, Clark's appeal isn't just national, it's global. There are watch parties in Iceland. Imagine fans staying up late, huddled around screens, cheering for a rookie halfway across the world. That's the kind of star power we're talking about. Dan Dakich put it perfectly when he said, more than just one woman. This one woman gave you an over almost 200% increase in TV viewership. He's not wrong. Clark isn't just succeeding for herself or her team. She's elevating the entire WNBA. Think about it. More viewers mean more sponsors. More sponsors mean more money. More money means better conditions for all players. It's a ripple effect, and Clark's the stone that started it all. But it's not just about the business side. Clark's success is inspiring a whole new generation of players. Young girls are watching her break records and thinking, that could be me someday. She's not just a player, she's a role model, a beacon of what's possible in women's sports. Dan Dakich put it perfectly when he said, all she's done is ball out. And you know what? He's right. Clark didn't just show up to play. She showed up to dominate, to inspire, and to prove that even on a struggling team, greatness can shine through. Not everyone's celebrating Clark's meteoric rise. There's a storm brewing in the WNBA, and it's centered around this rookie sensation. Why are some players pushing back against the Clark phenomenon? You'd think breaking records and boosting viewership would make everyone happy, right? Wrong. Some WNBA veterans are giving Clark the side eye, and it's not just because of her killer crossover. We're talking about a clash of generations here, folks. Dan Dakich didn't mince words when he called out what he saw as OG lesbian hate directed at Clark. Now that's a spicy take, but it highlights a real divide in the league. You've got the old guard set in their ways, and then there's Clark, shaking things up like a human earthquake. Here's the deal. Some older players, especially African-American veterans, are skeptical about Clark's style and success. They're watching this young rookie come in, guns blazing, and it's rubbing them the wrong way. But why? Is it just about basketball, or is there something deeper going on? Dakich thinks it's all about jealousy. He's saying these critics can't handle seeing a new star rise so fast. It's like they're stuck in their ways, refusing to embrace the fresh talent that's challenging how things have always been done in women's basketball. But let's flip the script for a second. What if all this backlash is actually a good thing? Hear me out. When you're changing the game, not everyone's going to like it. The fact that Clark's got some players all riled up, that's proof she's making waves. Think about it. Clark's not just playing basketball, she's redefining what's possible in the WNBA. She's pushing boundaries, breaking records, and yeah, maybe stepping on a few toes along the way. But isn't that what progress looks like? And here's the kicker. Whether they like it or not, Clark's success is lifting up the entire league. More viewers, more sponsors, more attention. That's good for everyone, even the haters. It's like Dakich said, all she's done is ball out, and in doing so, she's opening doors for the next generation of players. So yeah, Clark's got some critics, but maybe, just maybe, that criticism is the biggest compliment of all. It means she's not just playing the game, she's changing it. And in the world of sports, that's how legends are made.